Their punter now. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. They'll run with a second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 29, Jackson. Complete to Bryant. 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Martavis Bryant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And now running right through it. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jones. He completes it to Tate. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. On 1st and 10, Jones. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Well, that's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here.
High 7.
Now Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 45-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
On the run, it's Barkley. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, but it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Go.
3rd and 11.
Ready to go. Now.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. And Tate's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
And the Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
General West.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go, here we go. Mike 3. Mike 3. Are you getting a headache? Are you getting a headache?
A 1st down carry for Barkley. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Single, single. Here we go. I got 8. I got 8. I got 8. Let's go.
It's hauled in by Shepard. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No
yardage. Okay.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Hey, time. 0. Set, go. Watch the slant.
Now Jones throwing on 4th down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Robert Kindici, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. They'll start on the ground with Balaj. Bulldozes past him. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Balaj. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And Wilson has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, Dolphins.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. Bryant has it. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup.
Martavis Bryant. A gain of 14. 1st down, Miami.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. It's caught by Bryant. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Martavis Bryant with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 14-0.
14, Giants nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Jones now on first down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a first down. Here's Jones on first and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Robert Nkemdiche picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jerome Baker. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
0-0, Mike Free. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Bravo. Ready?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. Looking for his receiver, Sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Check 31, over. 57, Mike, 57.
Jackson to throw again. He completes it to Wilson. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. This one into the hands of the running back, Ballage. And we're going to get a timeout. With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Jackson on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. It'll be a 20-yard gain on the play. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. His 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Aldrick Rosas on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start the drive with Drake. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Jackson. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards, a first down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. That'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
Come on, sack. Touchdown. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Watch safety quick. 6. Now. 3. What?
Balaj. And the ball is knocked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They run with Barkley on 1st down, and he gets about 5 out of it. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Barkley. Oh, now he bowls him over. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On 1st down, Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
Go! Shift! 0-0, Mike free! You got nothing today. You got nothing. Let's go!
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. Escaping the pressure right. Going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'd love to know what he's saying in the huddle now to his guys up front because it's been a steady stream of pressure on him this entire game. That time, able to avoid the sack, but he's got to talk to his offensive line and say, guys, just a couple seconds extra, please.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Xavier Howard. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
What you call a rookie mistake. Going deep here for Parker. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They run it with Balaj. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
He's brought down at the 31.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. They'll run here with Balaj. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Here's Jackson operating from the gun. And a big one loss here as he's taken down. Jordan Willis in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now Jones, a big spot for the rookie from Duke. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of 2 there, second down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Finds his tight end, Ingram. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long.
X3, 218, chopper. Big rip.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it, the defense.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Nick Perry in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Jackson. On the right side, open is Gesicki. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. To throw is Jackson. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Dolphins 21, Giants 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 28, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. That 2nd down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Kenyon Drake, he was kind of underutilized last year when Adam Gase was head coach, only 7 starts, but now he's going to get a chance under new head coach Brian Flores to really showcase his talent. He certainly flashed his diverse playmaking abilities a season ago. 9 touchdowns, 5 through the air, and 4 on the ground. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Miami.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Dolphins, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year, and they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.